Now again, we're evaluating the pigs to determine overall conformation. So when we're looking at the pigs, again, the person viewing the video wants to be able to see the body composition as well as the head and snout. So a good view about this distance away, you can see most of the group as they cycle in and out, and you can compare them between themselves to evaluate growth rate. Now, for example, those two boys right there, again, everyone in here is the same litter, both brothers, but you can see one is much bigger and one is much smaller. Now, without the other one stepping in there, I would have told you, you know, we don't know which is which. Maybe that boar right there in the back was just extremely big compared to the rest of the litter, in which case that would almost immediately disqualify him from, you know, again, being a breed quality. We don't want those oversized, bigger than breed standard pigs. But when you compare that one with the rest of the litter, you can see that it's actually this one right here that's a little smaller. So again, same thing. In this circumstance, it's going to disqualify him because he has been weaned for a couple weeks now, and I know that his growth is just that much smaller. A lot of times when you're just weaning and you're comparing, sometimes you'll have a piglet that gets a back litter, or a back teat, I'm sorry, and it just doesn't grow as fast because back teats usually don't produce as much milk. Then I would give those pigs a couple extra weeks just to see if they're going to gain in size. But again, when we're looking through this litter, I'm not necessarily going to show you, I already told you, for one reason or another, these are all, and honestly almost every one of them is their head and snout. Whether it's too straight, whether it's too narrow, whether it tapers in. One of them actually has a very close eye set. Actually he's right here. He has a very, if he'll look at us here, there you go. You can see a long straight snout as well as an eye set that is very close together in comparison to where we would like that breed standard to be. But again, when you are filming, a video that lasts for a minute or two is definitely a good thing. And you can see these guys are just slowly meandering in and out. They're moving around. Again, you can see them where they get, really that's about as close as you want to get to evaluate a pig's snout. And you can see here, right here, this is a great distance. And again, obviously I'm using a camera, so I have to refocus as they move, which obviously is a little harder when they're this close. But again, we're getting to the point where if I'm sitting and you can see I'm touching my toe here, when they get inside of that toe range, that's almost too close to accurately evaluate a whole lot on the pigs. So I want to keep them out around that distance right there. And you can get a good look. Again, they're slowly moving. Yes, they're moving, but if you pick them up, you lose the ability to evaluate, again, movement, as well as the entire body composition. You're looking at this, we want to look at the feet, and you can see these guys actually have nice high foot set. We don't want to lift them, we don't want them squealing, we don't want them panicked. This is pretty much exactly what kind of video I would like to see if I am getting a video to help evaluate someone's pigs. Alright, now this, like I said, is actually a good distance. Even when we zoom out to about here, this is actually my favorite distance to evaluate the pigs from. I can zoom in as long as you're filming with a high quality camera, whether it's a phone or an actual camera. We can be, zoom in and get a good view of what we're looking at. Now, let me touch on that good quality, because if you're filming and you're zooming way in on a poor quality camera and everything is fuzzy, you're going to honestly dilute all of the body that we're looking at to the point where it's very, very difficult to actually evaluate.